Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the end of the year wrap-up video. I know I'm late with this. It's been kind of a busy new year, so I apologize for being tardy with this one, but figure better late than never. Wanted to do something kind of different this year. The last couple years, I've done like a top whatever. In 2015 we did a top 15 of 2015. Last year we did top 16 of 2016. It's really hard for me to go through and like honestly rank these beers in order of like what's best to worst. So I figured this year I would just do my 17 favorite beers that I reviewed this year. They might not all be the highest graded or the best, but these were like 17 beers that really stuck out in my mind when I was going through kind of the year-end review. Admittedly, this year, or in 2017, we kind of scaled back beer reviews a little bit. I want to say in 2016, we reviewed like over 250 beers, maybe close to 300. I can't remember, but this year, I don't even know if we hit 200 reviews this year. Changed some stuff with the channel. It started doing some vlogging, did a lot more food related stuff, which was really, really fun. It's kind of fun to branch out and like not just have everything be beer related on this channel. And it seemed like people enjoyed it. So I know I say this every year, but I'm so stoked and thankful and grateful of all the people who hang out at the channel with me, everyone who watches the videos, everyone who comments, everyone who interacts with me in other phases of social media, Twitter, Instagram. I'm pretty active on both of those. But just there's so many people who comment on videos, and I've met so many rad people again in 2017. It just blows my mind what YouTube has done for me as far as like the social aspect of it. The community, the craft beer community. Got in touch with people who became awesome like trading partners. Admittedly, I pretty much quit trading in 2017 just because it was getting so expensive for me. But there was a couple rad people who sent beer that I ended up sending, thank you boxes of beer back to. Whether it was Ralph or Dave. Obviously Craig has been amazing to me this year as far as getting monkish beers to review. But I'm constantly blown away by the generosity of people. The positivity, people are super positive. I mean, there's people who like to come to the channel and troll and do all that good stuff, and that's fine, but the majority of it's positive, and I really, really enjoy this kind of outlet. It's really, really fun. So I know we've kind of gotten off to a slow start in 2018. I think we did one beer review last weekend, and there hasn't been any since. Honestly, it's not that I'm like getting away from beer reviewing. I'm kind of scaling it back a little bit. I'm still going to do beer reviews obviously this year, but I feel like it's just monotonous, and I don't want to just start doing beer reviews to do beer reviews all the time. So I'll still be reviewing beers. I know people have noticed, and I've gotten messages, hey, are you still doing beer reviews? A lot of people asked about this video, so I wanted to get this up. But I did something, I'm going to do it a little bit different this year. Last year's video, the last 2 years were almost an hour long, and people had mentioned it's just too long. They can't sit through all of that and watch it. So the last 2 years I had talked about the beer that I was obviously like ranking, and then there was a clip of the review just to kind of remind people of what the beer review was. I still did the clips this year, but I'm just gonna play them in order. It's not even in an order. It doesn't go like best to worst. I just kind of put them all together so you guys could see my 17 favorite beers. That way you can watch and see what's on there. So rather than sit and like talk in between each thing and make this thing an hour long. I mean, this is still probably going to be like a 25-minute video, which is really, really long. People don't even like that long videos, but I mean, if you guys like the way that it is this year, just kind of running through and seeing the beers that I chose, let me know, and I'll do that again next year. It's way easier for me to do it this way as far as like editing goes, and it's just a lot less having to talk and all that stuff. So if everyone likes the way that it was the last 2 years, I can go back to that next year. I don't even know if I'm going to do it's going to get to the point, what are we going to do? Like the top 18, 19, 20, 21? Like maybe I'll just start doing the top 10. I don't know. Or favorite 10, whatever it is. But yeah, just want to say thanks again to all of you guys for an awesome 2017. Looking forward to 2018 on YouTube. And yeah, without any further ado, let's check out my favorite 17 beers of 2017. Oh, that's so fucking good. That is so good. If any of you guys have ever like grown up when you were kids, if you ever had like Martinelli's, like that sparkling kind of cider, this sort of like, it's bringing back memories of that when I was a kid. It's just so effervescent and like champagne-y. So dry too, and sour, funky, fucking apricots for days. Oh, that is amazing. My wife is gonna lose her mind over this beer. I mean, fruited sours for me, that's where it's at. Now that I've had a couple drinks of it, my palate's kind of adjusted. It was super sour. It reminded me of like a side project sour, that first drink, but this is fucking awesome. Oh, so good. This is much more tart, much more sour than West Ashley was. I think the fruit is kind of on par, but I like sour. I like bracingly sour, like you're gonna kind of like pucker, you know, kind of a sour. So for me, I think this one, if I were to have them side by side, I'd probably prefer this one just because of that. That's fucking awesome. Oh man, that's so good. Minnesota folk, you are pumped to have Barrel Theory in your neighborhood. Man, that's delicious. Taste follows the nose. Right up front, it is. It's like fresh squeezed orange juice. This almost reminds me of, I mean, if you're familiar with Treehouse beer, this is sort of in that, I mean, I don't want to say it's the same, but it reminds me of like trying Julius. That beer was so orange forward when I drank it for the first time. This is straight juice. There's a little bit, I'd mentioned with Citra, it can get green. There's a little bit of like herbaceous, just think like fresh kind of cut herbs. Mid palate to finish on that. But if you like I said, if you like orange juice, this is the beer for you. If they have this on tap, go get crowlers of it, or however they do it. Or just sit there and just dome all of it. It's over 8% and it drinks like a 6.5% beer. This is fantastic. Oh my gosh, that is, I almost just squeaked. That is amazing. That's so good. This is a shelf beer. Go buy all of it. Actually, go buy it and then age it for a year. I didn't have this fresh, so I don't know. Taste very much follows the nose. It is. It's brownie batter. It tastes like brownies. That super rich, fudgy chocolate. And then as it goes across your palate, there's that vanilla. There's that awesome, like woody charred oak. Bourbon on the finish. It's not hot at all. I don't even feel warmth going down, which is crazy because usually that happens with 13% beers. But there is that, I don't even know how to explain that. It tastes like bourbon on the finish. But there's so much vanilla and charred oak, and it's so fudgy. This is awesome. This is, oh man, I love this. This is crazy. It's not that I didn't think I was going to love it, but when there's widely available beers like this, you kind of just grab them and don't think twice about them. They're not like those hyped kind of brewery only low limit beers. This is really, really good. I like this a lot. One of the better toppling beers I've had. I just like how kind of West Coast-ish it is on the finish. It's great. Very juicy though. Very much a juice bomb up front. Just tons and tons of orange and pineapple juice. There's some like sweet kind of tangerine, maybe some mango in there. But yeah, especially it's warm today. It's Friday. Like I could chug this. I might do that. This is fantastic. One of the better toppling beers. 98. Really, really like this beer. I don't know if I'm overselling this because I haven't had a toppling beer in a long time, but this is very impressive. I really, really, really like this. I also really like Citra and Mosaic too, though. So there you go. That's Super Sumo. I'm going 98 on this one. It's fucking awesome. This is a great bottle of this. So if you guys have had it so far, I know this is a rare or fairly new beer. If you've had a chance to drink it, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. If not, and you're in Iowa, go seek this beer out. Like I said, I don't know what it's going to be distro-wise, but this beer is fantastic. You will not be disappointed. It like finishes with that juice thing, so you get like this crazy. It's like a combination of like fruit juice with bitterness. I'm not gonna say I've never had that happen with beer, but I don't recall a beer that usually a beer will finish juicy or a beer will finish like with an awesome like pithy bitterness. This finishes both, if that makes any sense. This is awesome. I'm happy to report there's no headroom burn on this at all, and there's no alcohol that you taste. Yeah, this is very green. very earthy on the finish. Super pithy. Like rindy grapefruit. And like you're chewing on like herbs. There's even like a little bit of a green kind of grassiness to it on the finish, but there's so much juice, like pineapple and peach juice, even like some grapefruit, since you're tasting all that like pithy grapefruit. This beer is insane. This is really, really good. It's very hoppy. Very, very hoppy. If you like hoppy beers, you're stoked on this beer.
So that's a lot to live up to.
We're
Can you
gonna-
smell that from here?
I can. It smells sweet.
It does. Super pastry, like beat us.
Is this a pastry stout?
I don't know. Yeah. Sushi.
What's the ABV on this?
That's a great question. I wonder if the lovely state of Illinois forces.
it
Actually,
like-
this is Indiana because it's Munster, right?
Is it 20%?
No.
Dark Lord, usually, isn't normal Dark Lord like 15.5 or some nonsense?
I don't know. So it's bourbon barrel aged Dark Lord with vanilla beans.
Doesn't show the ABV.
I don't see it.
Fuck you, Three Floyds. Sorry, it could be
Yeah.
like a rule, but I don't care.
I think it's a really shitty.
It's like 20%. We're gonna die.
I get why it happens, but
I don't get
like
why.
it. Well, it's because like it can vary from batch to batch.
I
and
don't
they can
give a
print-
fuck. Then just print other labels.
I agree.
Like, come on, Three Floyds makes bank, dude. You can print labels.
I agree.
Sorry, I'm not.
No, I
whatever.
don't. Let's get out on that.
It just pisses me off, dude.
I think you had a little too much drink.
No,
Maybe
I'm just
calm
saying.
down.
I really hate, like, people give me a hard time about that. I fucking hate when
No,
it doesn't tell me.
I agree. Because like, what if this is a 12% beer and I think it's a 6% and I fucking drive home?
Right.
According to Untappd, it's 15%.
Oh, so it's just,
Marshmallow hand juice, 15%.
Correct.
so baby beer.
Thanks, Untappd. How does Untappd know? They just guessed?
They probably announced it.
Because
somewhere.
Three Floyd said, fuck you.
They probably announced it somewhere. Well, we should get into this beer. It poured a little light.
Hops. This is still very much, I mean, people talk about a hop saturation. It's very much saturated with hops. It's still super hoppy. And dare I say, it's still a bit green. It's really green. Earthy. Very dry, though, on the finish. It's not quite to like that green vegetal thing, but it's really, really green. It's crazy. There's a good amount of bitterness, too. It is. It's like, it's pithy, like grapefruit, pithy orange. Think the white parts of citrus fruit. A little bit of acidity from that. But it doesn't have like that crazy hop burn that you sometimes get with really, really overly hot beers. At almost 2 months, this is drinking amazing. And it just goes to show. I mean, when you hop the shit out of these beers, they hold up. It's fantastic. This is really, really good. Monkish. I mean, this is right up with there with all those guys. This is crazy how fruity it is. Like I said, it might, as it warms too, it's got like this cool sticky thing on the finish of it. And I think that's just kind of reminding you that it's an almost 12% beer, but there's so much passion fruit and mango and papaya. Even, like I said, pineapple-y kind of peachy thing, stone fruit. It's fantastic. So good. So rather than repeat myself, we're going to grade this. It's an high A for me. This is like 98, 99. This is fucking awesome. Really, really good. This is really, really good. You guys know I love that kind of mix between New England and West Coast. If this had some kind of like pithy citrus middle of my tongue, and that's just my preference, I would probably be losing my mind right now, dropping the mic, throwing the shit. But this is world class. It's A+, whatever you want to grade it. This is awesome. It's like citrus bitterness. When I said it smelled like if you drank orange juice after you brush your teeth, that's what that tastes like too. I actually like that. I don't know if we talked about that on a podcast or I was talking to someone about that. I'm one of the few people who like that. When I was little, I would brush my teeth before school and then on my way to school, grab orange juice and drink it. I enjoy that. I would say that this is not the most balanced beer just because it's so over the top hoppy. You don't really get like that kind of bready, crackery, malty sweetness to kind of balance that out. This is double dry hop. I don't know how many pounds of hops they use in this beer, but it's a shitload because it is over the top. It is super intense. It's in your face. It reminds me of like a monkish beer. This is not a soft beer at all. This beer is in your face. It's intense. It tells you that it's a beer, and it's crazy in your face hoppy. This reminds me of like when I first got into like super hoppy. I mean, way back in the day, like those crazy intense, like when Stone used to brew those crazy, like just crush your palate kind of beers. That's what this is. It's good though. It's really, really good. It's amazing. I mean, what's wrong with it? I don't know. I talk about it. Triple IPAs aren't beers that I would drink daily. It's 10%. I mean, this is going to fuck me up when I drink this. So it's not something I would drink every day, but I mean, you're talking about hiding alcohol. You're talking about a showcase of Citra hops. there's not beers that do it much better than this, especially triple IPAs. All the triple IPAs we've had from Monkish this year have been close to 100. Socrates, Philosophies, and Hypotheses, seriously, one of the best beers I had this entire year. And this beer is on that level. I mean, the hops are different, so the flavor profile is different, but I mean, it's another 100. I know. I feel like these days every Monkish beer review is 100, but maybe it's me being a fanboy, maybe it's me being biased, I don't know. People have told me plenty of times, if you drank that blind, you'd have no idea what Monkish is and you wouldn't grade it that. Whatever, I know that it's Monkish. That's what I choose to spend my time trying to get. This is what I want to drink, so... it's hashtag Hunnits. Get that lemony kind of acidity right up front, and then it goes like that vanilla kind of, like you said, it's a stone fruity. There still is a good amount of lemon in it though, but not like crazy acidic lemon. It's like that kind of lemonade-y lemon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lemonade. That's perfect. Actually,
great.
It finishes very lemonade-y with a little bit of that funk. I love this.
This
beer.
is great.
This is fantastic.
Carbonation's, I mean, it's perfect.
I mean, considering it's 3 years old.
Yeah.
That's...
I mean, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to take my wife to Tornado and have some of this. I would gladly. I have no problem going to a bar paying $80 for this bottle. It's like $40 to split it, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I'm like, hey, bring your $40. Why?
Yeah. Come on.
But I'm just saying, if you've got 3-4 friends, I mean,
Yeah,
I'd have no problem paying $20 to drink this.
Yeah, for
right?
sure. Yeah, no, I would.
It's a great beer. I mean, secondary, this is going for $250, $300 a bottle sometimes. I mean, I'd have no problem doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is great. This is like top tier. Again, this is a good sour for people who don't like overly acidic or just crazy in your face.
This
sour.
is super. So the one.
This is backpack full of cans. This can is probably. This might be the coolest beer can ever. If you guys remember, or it might still be around. I'm not sure. Krylon spray paint. This was the exact label of that. This was a song from Chronic 2001 from Dr. Dre. I just realized I can't say the name of it. LA something song is what it's called. And then this is the best triple IPA I've ever had. This is fucking insane. Like, we just had some Veil beers, and those beers were really, really good. This beer is ridiculous. I can't believe how easy drinking this is. We're almost finished our entire pour. Even as it's warmed out here, it's just intensifying with those tropical fruits and that candied citrus and that awesome like grape skin. It's so like dry on the finish, and it's just like that green earthy hop matter with a fuck ton of juice. This is Hunnits. This beer is 100 out of 100. There is nothing wrong with this beer. There's nothing I would change about this beer. My only complaint about this beer is I don't have like 50 more cans in my fridge. Like, I say it every time I drink a triple IPA. I don't drink triple IPAs. I would fucking drink all of these. Sorry for cussing. I wish I had so many more cans of this right now, especially at a month old. Like, if I had a couple 4-packs of this, it would be just straight boner town. This is so good. This is one of the best Monkish beers I've ever had. Yeah. No sense in keeping you guys around. It's Hunnits. This is crazy good. So, the name is a good name for this beer because this beer is the realness. So there you go. But this is fantastic. This is exactly what it says it is. It's a coffee stout, and it's executed near flawlessly. This is so good. Fuck, that's amazing. If you like coffee beers that taste like chocolatey fudge, I like fudgy stouts. So that's probably why I like this so much right now. It's just so easy drinking for 13%. Wow. Like, I'm trying to think in a coffee beer, especially for being just a regular stout, this is not barrel aged, like, what coffee beers are better than this? This is insane. I mean, I don't know why I wouldn't give this 100. I'm trying to think. I don't drink a lot of coffee beers, so maybe someone can post their favorite coffee beers, non-barrel aged coffee beers. This is fucking amazing. It's so fruity though, so juicy. It's pineapple hard candy and tangerine juice and orange juice and like more pineapple juice. It's like pineapple smoothie with hard. It's whatever. I'm not gonna fucking try and explain what I'm tasting because it's insane. Over a fat nose in it. It's so ridiculous. It's like I don't even know what that smells like. It doesn't smell real. It smells like fake peach juice and pineapple. Like, it's so insanely not beer smelling. It's so stupid. It's still a bit green. It's not green at all. It smells like juice. Like, I know we joke around and we say that, oh, this smells like juice. And there was someone who did YouTube reviews a while ago that said, if you think beer smells like juice, you don't know what juice smells like. And to which that I say, you're full of shit because this smells like juice. I would argue, you don't have to argue, but you could discuss Assassin SR and KBBS easy. I mean, it'd be fun to talk about.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think they're the best stouts in the world.
I think this is the sweetest one out of all of them.
Oh, for sure.
Assassin was very fudgy, but this is like sweet chocolate, like kind of desserty.
Yep.
And then
like a chocolate port.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that too.
Yeah, it does have that kind of port thing.
Very porty.
See, you should be on camera.
No, it's alright.
Voice says no. But amazing. Ridiculous.
Fantastic. This is a good beer to start your birthday weekend with.
Yes, and it's only gonna, well, it may not get better.
It
Actually,
might be really
I think
bad.
it is because I might prefer the next one to this. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Spoiler alert.
Do you want to just marathon reviews tonight and just have like the last one be the worst one ever? Hashtag worst review ever?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Amazing, ridiculous. I'm gonna sip on this for a few hours.
You know what kind of bums me out is like every time we do this, we always cuvee these beers. Not a chance that's happening.
No, this is
The
not,
cuvie's
there's
not happening.
Not a chance in hell that's happening.
Look at that. Non-barrel aged. Hashtag Navy barrel aged.
Hashtag sources.
If this is 100, this is 90.
That's actually not too, especially drinking it now side by side. It's like a low A.
I mean, this is a good beer. on its
Both
own.
good. I mean, again, this trades for about $100. This trades for about $900.
Yeah, I'm saying you're stoked. If you get a chance to try Morning Delight, drink it.
Yeah.
Just don't drink it side by side with KBBS because it kind of
Not a great idea.
bitch slaps it.
But it's fun. So we did this, and shout out if you watch it, Nick.
Nick?
Kind of gave us the inspiration for doing this together.
Oh,
like he said.
I thought you
Nick from What
I
Cheers?
thought we were talking about Nick like you got the beer from a guy named Nick.
No, What
Nick,
Cheers?
you need to come back.
Actually, Nate, if you watch this, Nate Knox is actually who I got this from. So thank you, Nate. It was a FedEx fucking nightmare, but it ended up getting
Nate,
to me via
thank you.
UPS.
I'm not going to offer up my firstborn child like I did to Fred the last time because I had drank a lot of martinis that night. Fred, if you watch this,
You were ham.
I think you still have extra SR. Let me know.
Yeah, I might.
Well, there it is. My favorite 17 beers of 2017. I know it was pretty dominated by hoppy beers, and I said this last year. My goal was to try and get away from hoppy beers, but hoppy beers are my first love, and it's just beer that I enjoy drinking. So we'll see what 2018 has in store. But hopefully, what do you guys think of the list? I don't know, those were 17 of my favorite beers from this year. I thought they were all worthy of the list. Obviously, there was beers that could have made it on there. It's hard when you like really have to sit down and pick 17. So yeah, I tried my best to pick my favorite. I don't know if you guys agree with the beers that were on there, disagree. Were there beers that got left off that maybe you thought should have been on there? We can talk about it. It'd be fun to do that. I feel like this video usually gets a lot of comments and it's fun to interact with everyone about it. So yeah, we're done. The best of 2017 is a wrap. And again, thank you guys so much for just hanging out, supporting the channel. Everyone who, like I said, comments, everyone who shares the videos, people bought glassware again this year. That was amazing. I love you guys for that. You guys are rad. So I guess we can commence the 2018 beer review. So that's it. I will not keep you guys any longer. I'm out of here. I will see you guys very soon. Cheers.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't